Hello dear students, welcome. This is Jocelyn here. Today I am going to continue Karna. In the first 3 paragraphs we learned many things. When the combat between Karna and Arjuna was about to begin after the coronation, an unexpected thing happened. Adhiratha entered the scene, and as soon as Bhima saw Adhiratha, he started mocking Karna, and he shouted that Karna is unfit to rule Anga as the king because his father is a charioteer and he was also supposed to be a charioteer. Bhima shouted in this way. Bhima shouted at Karna, telling him to take the whip in his hand and become a charioteer. Karna did not speak. He just put his head down. But Duryodhana did not keep quiet. He was extremely angry and he shouted at Bhima and told Bhima not to trace the source of Karna. He is a mighty hero. He is a superhero. He is a great hero. Duryodhana told Bhima not to trace the origin. And Duryodhana called Karna a tiger. And he doubted. He said there was some mystery about the birth of Karna. Got the point, friends? So in this way, Duryodhana protected his friend. He made Bhima shut his mouth. Duryodhana shouted at Bhima, and he shouted telling lot of awkward questions may be asked about Bhima's origin as well. So in this way, Duryodhana shouted and made Bhima sit quiet, thus protected, Karna. Okay, see what happens next. In generous wrath, Duryodhana took Karna in his chariot and drove away. So after this incident, already the sun had set. So Duryodhana took his friend away in his chariot. The sun set. The crowd dispersed in tumult. Tumult means loud noise. There were groups, loud in talk, under the light of the lamps, some glorifying Arjuna, others Karna, and others again Duryodhana, according to their predilection. Predilection is preference. Duryodhana took his friend away. The sun set. All the people dispersed in great noise, making great noise, tumult. While dispersing, some people, there were groups loud in talk under the light of the lamps, some glorifying Arjuna. Some people were appreciating Arjuna, some appreciated Karna, and some people appreciated Duryodhana. Alright, number of people had gathered. So when they dispersed, some groups were appreciating Karna, some Arjuna, and some Duryodhana according to their preferences. Okay, see. Indra foresaw. Foresaw means seen in advance. Indra foresaw that a supreme contest was inevitable between his son Arjuna and Karna. And he put on the garb of a Brahman and came to Karna, who was reputed for his charity, and begged of him his earrings and armor. Indra knew very well that one day a supreme competition will take place between his son Indra. I told you in the previous class that Arjuna's divine parent is Indra and Karna's divine parent is Bhaskara, son. Indra was very sure that one day single combat will definitely happen between Karna and his son Arjuna. So in order to save his son, there was only one way. Indra had to take the armor and earrings away from Karna's body. As long as the armor and earrings exist on his body, nobody can harm him. Indra knew it. So he also knew that Karna is known for charity. Charity means giving. So he put on the garb. Garb means cloth. He came in disguise of a Brahman. Indra came in disguise, in the dress of a Brahman, and he knew Karna that Karna always gives whatever is requested, whatever is asked. So knowing the charity of Karna, Indra put the garb, the cloth of a Brahman, and came to Karna and requested Karna to give away his armor and earrings. See what happens. The sun god had already warned Karna in his dream that Indra would try to deceive him in this manner. His divine parent, Karna's divine father, Surya, had already informed that Indra would definitely use some cheap tactics like this. Had already warned, but see what he did. Still, Karna could not bring himself to refuse any gift that was asked of him. He never refused anything what was asked of him. That's what Indra too knew. Indra knew the charity. Then, because Karna was known for charity, for giving. Knowing this, he came, and when Indra requested him to give his armor and earring, Karna immediately gave it. You see. Hence he cut off the earrings and armor with which he was born and gave them to the Brahmana. Even Karna knew that he was not a Brahman, he was Indra. Okay, and he knew very well that if he gave away the earrings and armor, that would be danger to his life, but still he could not refuse. So he gave what was asked of. Okay, see what happens. Indra, the king of gods, was filled with surprise and joy. After accepting the gift, he praised Karna as having done what no one else would do, and shamed into generosity, bade Karna ask for any boon he wanted. Bade means commanded, told Karna to ask for a boon, because Indra, the king of gods, the lord of thunderclouds also, he was filled with surprise and joy. He was surprised because Karna was born with armor and earrings, and he knew that it should not be given to others, yet he gave it. So he was surprised, but also he was happy as well. So after accepting the gift, the Brahmana, that is Indra, he appeared in his original form. He praised Karna as having done what no one else would do, and shamed into generosity. He was ashamed of himself. Okay, and he thought of giving something to Karna. So he asked Karna to ask for a boon. See what happens. Karna replied, I desire to get your weapon, the Shakti, which has the power to kill enemies. Indra granted the boon, but with a fateful proviso. Proviso means condition. So when Indra asked Karna to request for a boon, then Karna requested for the weapon Shakti, because Shakti is a very special weapon that would kill any person, anyone, maybe animal or god as well. So he requested that weapon Shakti, and Indra granted it, but with one condition, fateful condition. What is that? You see, he said, you can use this weapon against but one enemy, and it will kill him whosoever he may be. But this killing done, this weapon will no longer be available to you, but will return to me. With these words, Indra disappeared. Indra, of course, gave the weapon requested by Karna, that is Shakti, with a condition, a very fateful condition. Why fateful will come to at the end of the story. He told Karna, this weapon could be used only once. Okay, when you use this weapon, it will kill anyone, whosoever he may be. But once this weapon is shot, it will not come back to you, but it will come back to me, is what Indra told Karna, and disappeared. Indra granted Shakti, one of the most powerful weapons, but with one condition, that is to use it only once on anyone. Alright, dear students. Okay, fine. Let's move on. Extract from an earlier chapter. It means before all these things happened, Karna had gone to Parshurama to learn some more skills. That incident author has put in between. Before the Kurukshetra, after this incident, author jumps to Kurukshetra. Okay, see what incident author is trying to tell us. Karna went to Parshurama and became his disciple by representing to him that he was a Brahmana. See, Karna was a Kshatriya. He went to Parshurama to learn an invocatory mantra, but he went to Parshurama in the disguise of a Brahman. He lied. He told a lie to Parshurama that he was a Brahmin. but in fact he was a Kshatriya. See what happens. He learned from Parshurama the mantra for using the master weapon known as Brahmastra. To use the master, Karna had some beautiful weapons. One is Brahmastra. To use Brahmastra, Karna had to learn a mantra, and that mantra was taught only by a great guru called Parshurama. And Parshurama taught this mantra only to Brahmins. So he presented before Parshurama as a Brahmin to learn this mantra. See what happens. One day, Parshurama was reclining. Reclining means lying. Okay. Lying, leaning back or lying. Okay. One day Parshurama was reclining with the head on Karna's lap when a stinging worm burrowed into Karna's thigh. You can see on the screen, Karna is sitting under a tree. He is dressed as a Brahmana, and you can see on the lap, Parshurama is sleeping. A stinging worm, it bites, burrowed, it made a big hole on Karna's thigh, and blood. See what happens here. See, blood began to flow and the pain was terrible, but Karna bore it without a tremor lest he should disturb the master's sleep. Karna's master Parshurama was sleeping on Karna's lap. So when the master Parshurama was sleeping, a stinging worm did not bite him. It burrowed, it made a hole into Karna's thigh. It entered into Karna's thigh, made a big hole. As a result, blood started flowing out. Karna felt a severe, terrible pain, but did not tremor, did not even move, did not even shiver, because he did not want to disturb the sleep of his master. Though it was extremely painful, blood was flowing out. It was painful. It was terrible pain, but still Karna did not move a bit, because his intention was not to disturb his master's sleep. See what happens here. Parshurama awoke and saw the blood which had poured from the wound. Parshurama saw the blood which had poured from his wound. He said, "Dear pupil," pupil means student, "dear student, you are not a Brahmana. A Kshatriya alone can remain unmoved under all bodily torments." Bodily torments means pains. A Brahmana cannot, remain unmoved when his body pains. Only a Kshatriya can do. "Tell me the truth." Parshurama demanded truth from Karna. To this Karna said, Karna confessed. Yes, he confessed that he had told a lie in presenting himself as a Brahmana, and that he was in fact the son of a charioteer. So when Parshurama demanded truth, Karna had to tell it. Karna told the fact that yes, he was not a Brahmana, he was a Kshatriya. And he was the son of a charioteer. Not Kshatriya, sorry. He was son of a charioteer. A Shudra. Okay, see. Parshurama in his anger pronounced this curse on him. Parshurama cursed him. See what curse he gave? "Since you deceived means cheated. Since you cheated your guru, the Brahmastra you have learned shall fail you at the fated moment." Fated moment here refers to Karna's final time during his death. Okay. Parshurama cursed Karna by telling that the Brahmastra you have learned from me will not come to your use when you really need it. See, you will be unable to recall the invocatory mantra when your hour comes. You will not be able to invoke it. It means tell this mantra when you really want to tell it. Thus, in this way, Parshurama cursed Karna. Karna successfully learned the invocatory mantra which was required to use Brahmastra. But unfortunately, because of lying, because of telling a lie that he was a Brahmin, Parshurama was angry and he denounced. He cursed, and he just gave a curse. And the curse is the Brahmastra he learned would never help him. And this really happened during his fated hour. When his chariot was stuck in the blood mire, he could not, remember the invocatory mantra he had learned from Parshurama. And Arjuna shot arrows and killed Karna. We'll see this in the upcoming paragraphs. Okay, dear students. So, Parashurama taught invocatory mantra to Karna, which would help Karna to use Brahmastra, but he also cursed because Karna told him a lie that he was a Brahmana. The curse was that Karna would never be able to remember the invocatory mantra because of deceiving his guru. How all these things, see, Indra granted a boon, a special weapon Shakti. He had Brahmastra, but unfortunately he couldn't use it because of cheating his guru. How all these things, kills Karna. I mean, how all these, Indra granted a boon, but with one condition, and Parashurama cursed him. How these two things will put an end to the life of Karna in the Kurukshetra war. It's very interesting, dear students. Please stay tuned. I am stopping now. I will be back soon. Don't go, dear students. Stay home, stay safe, stay tuned.